Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're taking a look at the Russell on a possible trendline reversal. So this reversal here is going to give us a really nice area to look to get into the long side here. Now, the important area here is we've kind of caught this move back and forth here, and we've now significantly pushed straight down right into the wedge lows, as well as and this is obviously a very important area. We've got a demand area at 76.8 to 71.8. We've also got the BMT down here that we tested at 75.9, and we're just catching a huge rejection off of this level. So not only are we in an important reversal area here, but we're testing fair market value, we're at the wedge lows, we're in demand. There's so many things in here that are telling us to get long. So we're going to switch over to the entry chart here, and we're looking for right now just a wave pattern to the upside, which we have setting up right now. We've got a 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern. So we're looking for price to come down into our trigger zone here. I'm going to place my order ahead of time, so we're going to look to buy 4. And we're just waiting for price to drop a little bit more. And now that we've tagged that first area there, we can look to start to get in along here. Would like to see it go maybe a little bit further down. If we can come close to that middle of the trigger zone there, then we'll be looking to get a little bit better price action here. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. So now I'm looking to get long here at 1178 with 4 contracts. And this trade, because we're bouncing off of a 60-minute zone, can give us a potential for a really big trade here. So our stop loss is going to be just under the swing that enters us in. So if it's right here, then it should be around 1177.1 or so would be where our entry is going to sit. So we're looking long right now at 1178 even. First target's going to be +5, second one at +10. Final target though is going to potentially be a pretty big move here. Now we might even move away from the 5 and 10 just because we're coming off of a bigger time frame. We're moving off of that 60-minute reversal area there. So we'll be looking to take our first target off just ahead of the swing here instead. Then looking at the overall up here at 79.9, one of the weekly levels there. So we'll get this all moved up a little bit. Actually, that's a perfect spot for that +5 there. We'll look to take our profit target ahead of this level here at 79.6. We want to move our stop out of the way here. And then we're going to look for the final target here up at 11. We'll go a little bit ahead of that, 1184. We'll go to 83.7. So we're long at 1178. We're looking for a first target at +5, just ahead of the swing high here. Looking for the second target up here from our entry. We're looking at 16 ticks on the second target. And we're looking for an overall really solid move on the final target. If we can get up there, we're looking at a 57-tick runner on this big trade here. Now, this previous swing back here makes me a little nervous because that was a 1, 2, 3 reversal right there. Typically, that's where you're going to see a little bit more selling. So I'm actually going to bump ahead of that by a tick. So we're looking at 83.3. So from our entry up to the highs here, we're looking at 53 ticks to the upside. Second target at 16. We just took off +5, 2 contracts at +5. So we've banked 10, looking for another 16, and then 53. So we'll just type those out next to it. So +53, just to make it easier. Nope, it'd be nice if it was 41, but +16. And we've already banked +5 times 2. So we've already taken off that +5 there. So now once we get up to this area here, we get this next contract filled here at that 79.6. Then we're going to be looking to move our stop to break even. We really don't want to mess around with this weekly level here. You can see just before the last couple swings, bounce there, came back, bounce the opposite side. It's a very strong level, so we don't want to be messing around with it. Since we're going to be trading into that level, we want to use this as a profit target. So I'm going to go a couple ticks ahead of it just to front run it a little bit at 79.6, but I want our stop to move to break even once we fill that 79.6. Didn't quite get it. We'll move the stop back down again until we get that filled. Now, once we get that filled, then we can move our stop to break even. And then we're looking at the overall move up to that final target there at 1183.3. Tested our target. Let's see if we can get another push through to fill it here. Catching a little bit of resistance. A couple other people might be front running this area as well. See if we can get that filled on that push higher here. Apparently we weren't first in line this time. We weren't lucky enough to get that. So looking at 1179.6 for the target there. Might get a little bit of fluctuation here. It's usually not a surprise. Around these weekly levels, again, they're very strong areas. So we just want to be a little bit more careful. Because we did take a +5 off, we are going to move our stop to -5. So we are at break even now. But once we can get that second target here filled, then we'll just move our stop up to break even. There we go. So we filled it. Now our stop's at break even. Now it's just a free runner. So we locked in 5 times 2 2 contracts at plus 5. Next contract at 16, which we just pulled off here. And the final one, hopefully, if we can get up here to plus 53. So overall, if the trade goes fully to completion, we're looking at 10 plus 16 plus 53, looking at $790 on the trade. Now, we will be trailing this move up just because, again, we don't want to wait and, if it gets up to most of the way there, then reverses, I'm not going to give back all of that profit. Definitely not on the table. So we'll be looking to trail or stop up with this move. But right now, sitting really, really well. At break even now, already locked in 26 ticks on the trade. So we'll be back in a little bit. This next target will take a little bit of time to get there. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, folks, we're back. We just created an area. I'm actually going to look to trail my stop up along with this move here to lock in a little bit more. We're up 42 ticks so far in the trade, and we're edging into our target here, but we need to see this push through. We did break through the weekly level, which is a really good sign that we're going to start reversing from here. That was really the big kind of nerve-wracking part of this trade is this weekly level here at 79.9. Now that we've gotten above that, it's pretty much clear sailing. So looking for this final target here. And because we're close, I'm going to ratchet my stop up. I don't want to give any of this back just in case it decides to reverse on me here. We'll go a couple ticks back here. Full reversal. If it gives us a reversal bar and an extra candle, then I want out. So I got my stop here at 1182.3. My target up here, because we came 1 tick away, that's why I'm being a little bit more aggressive on this move here. So we just need to see this either reverse up or stop us out here at 1182.3. So let's see what this move here wants to do. Didn't quite fill that target, but we do have this locked in. Again, because we came 1 tick away, I'm not going to give this whole move back all the way back to this previous stop here. So if this stops us out at here, then we're looking at 43 ticks instead of 53 ticks. I'm more than happy to take a 10-tick dive, which we actually just got triggered, rather than giving back 30 ticks to the downside. So we'll just adjust this plus 53 to plus 43. So we're looking at $630 on the trade since it triggered our stop in. We'll show the data series here. Get that all loaded up. So got long here, right down here at 1178, took 4 contracts long. First target off at plus 5, took 2 of them off there. Next target off at 1179.6 at that weekly level. And the final target off, we got stopped out here on this trailer because we came 1 tick away, right up at 1182.3. So overall, 43 ticks, 16 ticks, and 10 ticks for a total of 63 ticks on the trade. Really, really good trade overall. So that's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. And don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. Have a good one.